We're talking today about why are positive affirmations so important? Do you do positive affirmations each day? And if not, how is it working out for you? How often are you positive? How good is your life going? Is it going in the direction you want it to go, or is it veering off in another direction where you are always putting out fires and you're always in your own head with all this negative inner chatter beating you up? Do you feel beaten up? Do you feel tired, exhausted, worn out, depressed, discouraged? Sorry, I didn't mean to laugh. I didn't mean to laugh at your situation because I was there. I felt like that. In fact, life was so dark for me at one point. My life was really falling apart. I was losing my job. I was really wrecking my marriage and my family. And life was pretty horrible because I was so focused on the negative. I got to tell you, when I started to turn things around and focus on the positive, that's when life started to change. So I want to share with you positive affirmations, why they're so important, and what you can do to live the kind of life that you'd like to lead, to where you're not so reactionary, you're not living in the negative, you're not putting out these fires, but you are being intentional and deliberate about who you want to be. Okay, positive affirmations. Let's look at those. Now, first of all, let's look at just your thoughts. They say that we have between 12,000 and 60,000 thoughts per day. 12,000 to 60,000. Can you imagine that? That's a ton. They also say that 98% of the thoughts we think each day are the thoughts we thought yesterday and the day before that and the day before that. And you know what? We are always thinking 98% of our thoughts. Not only that, they say 80% of the thoughts that we think are negative. Isn't that horrible? I mean, doesn't that just paint this picture that you're living in this cesspool of just negativity? You know, it's like this total toxic environment that you are living in each day as you are repeatedly thinking the same thoughts over and over and over again, and they're negative, and we wonder, why do we feel stuck? Why do we feel like life is happening to us? All these bad things are happening to us. And we can't seem to get out of it, and nothing seems to be changing, and I am just stuck and I'm powerless. That's how we start to feel when we get caught in that cycle of telling ourselves these stories over and over again that are not constructive, they're not helpful. So why do positive affirmations? Well, because, see, we're caught in this cycle of thinking the same thoughts over and over and over again, and generally they're negative, and then we're just spinning our wheels. Well, what we want to do is we want to get out of this, and we want to go over here. We want to go to where there's abundance, where we're creating the kind of lives that we want to live. And in order to do that, we've got to start thinking new thoughts, creative thoughts. We want to start storytelling, telling ourselves the kind of positive stories that we want to have as we're heading into that new direction. So, you know, maybe you look at positive affirmations and you've seen stuff on Saturday Night Live where they make fun of it. Well, fine, they can make fun of it, but I want to create the kind of life I want to lead. And I don't want to be living the history that I have been living, and so I'm going to do it anyway. It doesn't matter what they say. Well, anyway, hopefully that'll just kind of give you some ideas on the importance of positive affirmations, on why to do these things and how to kind of stop these negative thoughts of anxiety and discouragement that just keep us stuck. Okay, so there's a woman, her name is Lane Beachley, which I think is an appropriate name because she is a world-class surfer. In fact, she won 7 world-class titles. And I just can't imagine winning 7 world-class championship titles. And she spoke at a TEDx conference. In fact, if I were you, as soon as you're done with this video, I would Google that and I would watch her TEDx talk. It's on the power of self-belief. And what she talks about was she talked about being in the water. This was before she won her 6th world championship. And she had all of these negative thoughts just bombarding her. Oh, I'm so tired of doing all this. I'm so tired of being on the road all the time. I'm so tired of the diet that I'm on. I'm so tired of the exercise routine. Like, these are the thoughts she's thinking out there in the water right before she hops on her board to win her sixth championship. Now, I have to say those are the thoughts she was thinking, but it wasn't the one she ended up with, because she shook them off. She realized what was happening, that she was having all of these self-sabotaging thoughts come in, and she decided she was going to be intentional about it. And so she let those thoughts go, and she started to think about other thoughts, about what she was going to do when they awarded her the big trophy, or however they did that. She started to see herself just getting the perfect line with this next wave, and started to envision what she wanted to do. It was a way of doing positive affirmations. I believe she also did some statements that went along with that, along with her visualizing herself actually surfing just the perfect waves and receiving the accolades that she wanted to do. But by creating this mentally in her mind, she was then able to create it physically in the real world as well. I hope that makes sense to you. But her TED Talk is amazing as she's talking about the power of our self-belief. She says we are self-fulfilling prophecies. What we believe about ourselves and the stories we tell ourselves are what come true. So why are positive affirmations so important? It's because they help us create the kind of world, the kind of lives that we want to live. Now, think about, what kind of life do you want to live? Do you want to live the same life that you've been living, where you're feeling kind of stuck and trapped in this squirrel cage? Or do you want to create something amazing, something that you're really proud of, something that fills you up, something that helps you make a contribution in the world? I think it's the latter too. That's what I want to do. So anyway, if I were you, I would create a whole list of affirmations. You can check out another one of my videos where we talk about specific affirmations that you can do to start telling themselves to yourself over and over again. Just one hint for you, just a pro tip, I guess, is on my smartphone, I keep a list of these things, and I look at it every single day, and I will remember what I want my identity to be. I look at who I want to be and what I want to accomplish, which is what those positive affirmations are doing. And as I do that, as I reflect, as I remember who I am, who I want to be, that's when we're able to make amazing change in our lives. So anyway, hopefully that answers your question. Why are they so important? Well, I hope it also inspires you to do those every day so that you can create the kind of life that you want to live. What can you add? Now, are you ready to join the conversation? Are you willing to add your voice, your thoughts, your ideas, your impressions? If so, add them in the comment section below. We need your voice. Now, if you have been inspired to take action, don't let an impression slip by. Train yourself to listen to and follow your inner voice. Of course, the best place to take action is at scottwilhite.com, because if you join me for a free web class, you will receive a copy of my Purpose Planner, the tool you've been missing that will help you uncover your purpose. You can totally do this. Your roots produce your fruits. Choose your beliefs and pick your identity. It is choice, not chance, that determines your reality. See you next time.